I got a message. Someone asked me that I should talk about routines and kind of what routines I have and why I love routines so much. So that's what we're here for today. So let's dive in. Good Vibras family. What is up? It's your host, Brielle Figueroa, and we are back for another episode. I have been absolutely loving just getting back into good Vibras, putting content out there. I really have been enjoying it so much. And honestly, like at times it could be challenging to just find time in your busy schedule to in my busy schedule, rather, to plan out, okay, I have to work 8 to 5. I'm coming home. I'm exhausted. I have things to do after work, making time for content creating. It could be a lot to juggle sometimes. However, I truly do enjoy it. And, I don't get paid for this at all. So this is definitely out of my own time. And, hopefully the goal is one day for good Vibras to grow. But yeah, it's a lot of work that you got to put into it. I feel like a lot of people don't realize how much goes into a podcast. But yeah, a lot of work goes into it. However, it is truly a blessing, and I absolutely love just sitting here chatting with you guys. Oh, my makeshift desk here almost fell. That would have been actually really awful because that mic would have fell. So yeah, if you're watching the YouTube, we're back in my little zen over here, my little corner. Good Vibras neon sign coming soon. But yeah, we're here for another episode. I hope you all are doing well. Today's episode is going to be really exciting to talk about. We're talking about routines. This, you see right here, my jug is part of my routine. So routines, honestly, I've pretty much been a routine person since I was little. I thank my parents for that. We had our, morning routine, get ready, eat breakfast, go to school, all those things. And then I would come home, do homework, dinner, go to sleep. I have been in a routine lifestyle since I was young. It was implemented in my life at a young age. And as I've gone into adulthood, it's something that really stays embedded in me. I can't survive without a routine. If I don't have a plan or an idea of what my day is going to look like, I'm all over the place and I feel like a hot mess. My brain's because nothing is planned out or organized. And that could be my personality type too. I'm type A. I'm pretty sure that's type A. I need structure. I need all the things. So yes, I love routines. Now, I will say the routines I have now as a 26-year-old versus when I was 21, even within the last couple of years, have changed and evolved. And one of the big reasons that they've evolved is because after I got diagnosed with lupus, I realized that I was really neglecting certain things about myself that I really needed to not neglect and focus on, essentially. So I started creating, my crazy hair right now, different routines in my life that actually made me feel really good despite, if I was in pain or flaring or whatever the case may be. And then I realized, oh my gosh, I love these self-care routines so much. Even on a bad day, just incorporating those routines still in my hour-to-hour daily life makes me feel so good. So I'm going to go over a couple routines of mine with you guys. Obviously, everyone's routines are going to look different. You definitely have to make a list of what's a priority for you and then build routines around those things. So for me, I guess I'll start with my routine. So let's kind of look at a daily routine. So in the mornings, I don't start work until 8 o'clock. However, I am up at 5:30, 5:40 every day for the most part. There are some days where, if my body's not feeling up to it and I need more rest, I'll sleep until 6:15. But for the most part, I'm an early bird. I don't know how I ever did night shift at one point in my life because I think about it now and I'm like, oh my God, that, no. I am exhausted by 8:30. And I don't know if that's because of lupus, because of my age, whatever it is. I I feel like a grandma because once it's 8:30, I'm like, okay, time for bed. Like, I don't want to do anything. I'm not a night owl anymore. And I used to be out like till like the next day, 7 a.m. Like, I, those time periods in your life where you're just out partying, whatever. Yeah, like I definitely don't know how I did all that because now I'm like, I need to be in bed and cozy by 8:30. But yeah, so I wake up really early. Something that I have been incorporating into my routine, and again, I have not perfected this. There's some days where I don't, but one of the things is reading. When I wake up, I love the fact that it's so quiet at the wee hours, and it's the perfect time to just like meditate, pray, whatever you believe in, meditate, pray, read, journal, read my Bible, read a devotional, kind of set the tone for my day. Makes a huge difference. The days I don't do that, I see the difference. So that is like absolutely something big in my routine is trying to read. Like I said, some days I don't, but for the most part, that's something that I've definitely have implemented in my life. Even if it's like a quick 5-minute devotional or listening to a podcast or something to start your day on the right foot. You can listen to good Vibras in the morning. But something inspirational, something just, of literally good vibes, like just something to set the tone right for the day, get you inspired and everything. I do that, and then obviously I give myself like 3 hours before work because I like to have that time. And then I, eat my breakfast. I take time with my skin routine, my hair routine. These little things, when I'm rushing in the mornings, I have a miserable day because I didn't take time to do the self-care things. So my day's already like all over the place. When I take the time to do my little skincare routine, my little gua sha, like I think that's how you say it, gua sha? The little stone. Yeah, that thing. The lymphatic drainage. It feels so, so good. Okay. The oils and everything. I'm just like, yes. I do my hair. I put my, oils in my hair. My hair is super dry. One, I think because I live in Florida, like my hair is just, the texture's changed. Also because I have lupus, so my hair is always a hot mess. My hair has been through it, is still going through it, kind of in a better place if you could see, but it still has its challenges. So I've really grown to love just like deep conditioning my hair, putting oils in my hair, just making my hair feel good. Like, hey, I'm acknowledging you. You're beautiful. Let me take care of you. Little things like that. It sounds corny, but honestly, it ain't. Self-care is everything. And then from there, I have my breakfast. Again, listen to a podcast. Sometimes I watch a YouTube video. It really depends. But it's something that's motivating, always. Inspirational, motivating, whatever the case may be. It's always something that's like going to make me feel good and push me to want to like have a good day, right? And then from there, I eat my breakfast, go to work. I work 8 to 5 at a clinic, so I'm really busy all day. The only time that I have off is during my lunch. So during that time, I either, will take time to like binge watch like one of my Netflix shows for the hour while I'm eating, or I talk to my dad a lot on my breaks, which is nice because I always get a little encouragement from him too, or talk to a friend, whoever. Like, that's how I use my noon time, my afternoon break. And then when I come home, same thing. I mean, I take care of the dog, I feed Nino, do all that stuff, feed myself. Then I go into my shower routine, evening routine, where same thing, focusing on my skin, focusing on my hair. And I'm not one that like needs a million products for my skin. For the most part, my skin's pretty good, but I do like to keep it moisturized. That's super important. And yeah, just little things like that, getting my nails in, as you can see. Yeah, they're really, really nice. I actually really like the job that the guy did for me because they came out perfect. Although I should have asked to trim them a little bit or cut them down a bit. But anyways, you could see fresh manicure, toes done. Now, obviously that's not everyone's thing and that's totally fine. But I'm just going over like little things that I do that make me feel good. My routines. I read before bed. Sometimes I journal before bed. I'm just constantly trying to fill my brain with things that are positive, especially if I'm on social media. I make sure that I follow like accounts that are like inspiring, motivating, something that makes me feel good versus like not feel good, whether it's about myself or not feel good because it's negative news, whatever the case may be. Like, You need to fill your space with things that are inspiring and that benefit you and that make you feel good. And establishing routines, like, guys, whatever is a priority in your life, whether that's gym, sports, because I know I have guys and girls that listen to my podcast, just kind of make a list of like what's a priority for you and then create routines around those things. Now, not everyone might have that personality type, and that's totally fine. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention I plan my day too with my planner. Yes, I have a planner and I have a Google Calendar, and that's how I plan my life. I need to write it and then put it digitally. But, anyways, pick out your routines and kind of like I said, pick out what's a priority for you and then create routines around those things. I'm telling you, if you take the extra time to do this, you're going to feel really, really good about yourself. You're going to feel really good going about your day, just like more structured and have an idea of like how your day is going to go. It makes you feel good versus like rushing out of the house and you're like, oh, I forgot to do this, I forgot to do that, I forgot to do that. Like, it makes a difference. Also, this is part of my routine as well. My water is essential. This is a part of my routine. I have about like 80 ounces a day at least. 2 of these plus more, and I feel really, really good after I drink water. I'm not really a coffee girl. I went through a phase where I was like, oh my gosh, I want coffee. That lasted for like a couple months because I was like, I'm good. I'm definitely a water girl and an apple juice girl. Don't judge. But yeah, drink your water, stay hydrated, take your vitamins, take your multivitamins, take your supplements that you need. Just take time to take care of yourself. We live in a society where everything is like hustle and bustle and like we just don't stop. But take the time. Give yourself time. Wake up a little extra early if that's what it's going to take to just dedicate time to you, feeling good about yourself, getting your routines on track, and I promise you, you will be more successful. Guaranteed, like you will be super, super successful in whatever you do. Some people may laugh because you're very structured, but honestly, structure, I believe, is the key to success. If you are all over the place, I don't know how you could focus and get things done effectively when you don't have a clear mind, a clear space, a clear vision. It doesn't make sense to me. So definitely take the time to make your routines, y'all, because it is a game changer. And I promise you, you're going to feel a lot better about yourself. And at the end of the day, that's what I'm here for. I want you guys to be the best version of yourself. So again, these are my little routines that I do that keep me sane. It makes me feel good. That self-love is so important. I know people joke about it and they're like, oh, self-love. But no, really, these things are a form of self-care. And I think we really do neglect the littlest things that could be the big things in our lives. So take the time to just dedicate more time to you, whether it's the routines I had or adding different routines. Just pick out what's a priority to you and what makes you feel good and do those things, Focus on being the best version of you and taking those extra, minutes to take care of yourself. Be at a slow pace, like don't rush. Like take your time. Make time to take your time. Because if you're waking up late all the time, obviously it's going to be challenging and you're going to feel rushed and stressed. But if there's a day where you don't do your routine or whatever, it's okay. Again, show yourself grace. You guys know I'm big on that. Like, show yourself grace. Like, there's no such thing as perfection. But definitely get into the habit of just, like, taking the time to do the little things. And I promise you, you're going to feel a lot better. I think my routines keep me in a good mood all the time because in the moment, like, I've had moments where I don't wake up early. I don't read. And my whole day, I'm like, like I'm all grumpy or whatever. And I'm like, oh, well, maybe if I took the time to do the things that make me feel good and set the tone for my day, I probably wouldn't be in this mood. So yeah, that's basically my little spiel on routines. And hopefully you guys found it helpful and interesting. I know I love hearing other people's routines. But that is today's episode, this week's episode. And yeah, continue to stay connected. Send me DMs, guys. I'm here for you. Episode suggestions, what it is, you let me know. Comment, like, subscribe, leave reviews for the channel. It helps so, so much. And I'm super grateful for you guys that are consistently tuning in and giving me feedback and just everything. It's super sweet. It makes my day, and I'm really grateful for you guys. So, yeah. You guys have a blessed week, and I will see you on the next episode of Good Vibras. Bye, guys.